Okay, week 3, prompt 2. So we're sticking with the family theme here, and we're thinking of your close family unit. Everybody's looks different. Maybe your grandparents raised you, maybe your parents were divorced, maybe they were married, maybe you had 2 dads, 2 moms, whatever the case may be, your family unit. And it's almost like making a list of each person. And when you make that list, it's like, well, how could they be related to this struggle of mine? Was it that your mom showed you that, by action, that starving yourself may get more attention? Is it that, she may have been sneaking food at night or, had a little stash of her own of sweets or something like that that was only for her and that she would kind of have during the day when nobody was there, and if you had were sick or something and you were at home, she kind of shared that with you and you saw that side of her. Was it maybe siblings that made fun of you? Like, it is all fun and games, but we don't know how people perceive things. You could have been the offender here, but you could have been the offendee. Things from like fatso or like, big booty Judy or beanpole, or, just when, girls, when we have developing bodies, people make comments. So did something that somebody said, did that stick with you? We have, I've had quite a few clients who have divorced parents. And so when dad would get time with his kids, he didn't know what else to do. So he would just take you out to eat and then take you back home. Well, what did that show you? That shows you, well, we bond over food, and that's what we do together. That's just what we do together. And it's a way of like spoiling you. Is it that your grandparents would kind of buy you all the sugary sweet stuff and be like, don't tell your parents? When I was growing up and we would stay the night at my dad's parents' house, they would let us pick out like one like bad thing. Like for me, it was Cocoa Pebbles because we didn't have that at home. And we each got our own box and we would just like gorge on it so much. So is it something like that? Is it that, maybe early in your relationship, your spouse made comment about somebody who was bigger in stature, kind of making fun of them or something. And then now you look at yourself and maybe you're bigger. So, it's like, well, what do they think of me then? And like a fast food aspect, I'm the youngest of 5, and we lived literally 3 or 4 doors down from McDonald's, literally in walking distance. We ate a lot of fast food. It was very cheap back then and you could feed a lot of people for it. So, what are the relationships between each person in your family unit and your weight struggle now? And really write it out. Start with just writing the list of the people out, and write down just different traits, things they've said. Like, we all hear things and we choose to maybe like block them out, but really think about the relationship here. It's very important.